Thank you so much to all of you who are here. And I'm just recording this, of course. Just all of you who are here. Reading the chat. Hello, everyone. Hello, Althea. Super fresh and glowing at the Aleli. Oh, just like you, my love. Birds of the same feather. And yes, thank you for being here, Raya, Sheena, Andrea, Althea. To those who are joining us, I was talking. Oh, someone got disconnected. Um, Ali, Christine, yes, Claudine, yes. Thank you to all who are messaging me today. Karen, Yvette, yes. So, uh, thank you for being here. Oh, Tina, special mention to those I was talking to today. Uh, who am I talking to? I was also connecting with Maria and Myrene. Yes. So just Eliza, of course. I'm just shouting, shout out, special shout out to those I was connecting with. And so today is very special, very special. Welcome to our monthly Goddess Oracle Guidance and Magnetizing Masterclass. I'm super happy that you're here. Thank you for being here with me. And before we dive in, I want you to know that this sacred gathering happens every single month on the second Wednesday of every month. Just fixing my camera. All right, I hope that's good. Okay, great. I have a new setup. So, um, every month, okay? Exactly at the same time, 3 p.m. Dubai time or 7 p.m. Manila or 9 p.m. Melbourne time. And this is our regular portal for clarity and energetic transmission, like our monthly appointment with the quantum field where miracles become natural. And you don't need to exert any effort. You don't even need to participate in the chat if you don't feel like it. I would appreciate, of course, you to share beautiful energies, not just with your chat, with your words, with your messages, but just really send healing light to this container and just receive the activations by the power of words and the law of entrainment, and receive and share the positive healing energies. You can ask me questions for clarity too if you wish, and just receive emotional support and holistic guidance in your well-being through coaching and connecting with like-hearted souls. Again, you can share with me your questions anytime. You want to share questions, you want to share your insights, just let me know. Um, I want to share again something very powerful about what's happening right now. As I speak these words, I'm activating shifts and transformation within you through the power of words and what's called the law of entrainment and the power of energy healing and the law of vibration. Words are not just sounds, they're frequencies, they're vibrations, they're energy that literally can reshape your reality. That's why when we just do talk therapy in our healing coaching sessions, in our weekly group master classes, in our one-on-one sessions, you will notice that there will be something activated within you. You'll be manifesting things, and you'll be also maybe triggered sometimes, and you'll experience shifts within you. And when I speak, um, these high vibrational truths that can literally reshape your reality. They create energetic waves that ripple through the quantum field and into your energetic body. And that is my intention with every masterclass, with every gathering. And this is why mantras work, why prayers manifest, and why declarations create reality. And the law of entrainment is when two frequencies exist in the same space, the lower frequency automatically rises to match the higher frequency, and our frequencies eventually synchronize. And right now, as I channel these teachings from the highest dimensions, your frequency is naturally rising to meet the higher vibration. You're literally being upgraded on a cellular level just by being here. And I want you to trust this. I want you to trust this. And this is how ancient mystery schools worked before. The teacher would speak in frequencies. Hello, my dear Ali. The teacher before in ancient schools would speak in specific frequencies that would activate dormant codes in the student's DNA. The Egyptians called this actually Heka, the magic of words. They believe in this strongly. The Sanskrit tradition also believes in this. They call it Matrika Shakti, the power of sound, the power of mantra to create form. And now you're experiencing the same activation. And today we'll cover connecting with your successful parallel self, that version of you who already has everything that you desire, not in the future, but hello, my dear Claudine. All right, I'm just accepting people in the waiting room. I made some of you co-hosts so you can help me out when someone is in the waiting room. So I'll make more people co-host. You can also record this on your gadget if you want. Yes, kindly help me uh, accept people in the waiting room. Yes. Okay, I'll make all of you co-host. And feel free to ask questions already, or if there's any insight that's or light bulb moment that's activated within you. So today we'll cover connecting with your successful parallel self, that version of you who already has everything that you desire, not in the future. Okay, this is a different perspective. She's not in the future, but in a parallel reality that exists right now. And we'll show you how to access that. That version of you who has the time, the freedom, the ease, and flow. She exists right now, and I will help you connect with her. And we will explore time compression, expansion philosophies, and techniques, how to create more time and freedom in your life. And I'm holding space for you to give the oracle guidance for your shifts and breakthroughs. So by the end of the um, session, let's see if I can do all of you. But feel free to type your questions in the chat. And I'm also here to remind you that you don't have to burn yourself out. We can manifest time and the freedom and the money without the sacrifice and the struggle. I want you to breathe and flow. I was talking to Kat earlier. She shared with me. Where's my other phone? I have three phones. Uh, she was sharing with me earlier. Um, we were talking about her intentions, Kat. She's also part of Empowered Women's Club. Catherine, she loves embracing slow living and the practice of yutori. I don't know if Andrea knows this is from the Japan. Yutori, like when you have this space for um slow living. It's a Japanese concept where you are intentionally creating time for rest, time for reflection, space between activities rather than cramming your schedule. You have mental bandwidth for creativity and spontaneity, and you have room to simply enjoy the present moment. And you have emotional reserves to handle unexpected situations. Actually, I'm earning so much now compared to before, but I'm working. When I say I'm working, I'm busy every day. That's around five, at maximum 7 hours, but usually it's 5 hours a day. So, and then I have of course, the days of rest. But before, I would work for more than 12 hours a day, even 18 hours a day, like just go home and crash to bed and go up, rise up, wake up in the morning, go straight to work. I used to live that life. Like 18, 20 hours even of work. Sometimes I don't even sleep. I would just study in law school, work, like come home. Or sometimes there were times when I would even spend overnight in the office, or, in my um classmate's house finishing a school project. This was very, very common in my life. Just really not even sleeping. And this was not frowned upon. This is actually um glorified, honored and glorified during my time, that when you don't sleep, when you're busy all throughout the day, you don't even have room to enjoy the present moment. You know, this during my time when I was growing up, this was like no pain, no gain, right? So it was glorified. This was even appreciated. But now we want more time for rest, for reflection, for joy, right? For creativity, for creating what we want in our life. Just reading the chat. I'm here, huh? I'm here looking at the chat, and um also looking at your personal messages. Thank you, my love. Super fresh and glowing. You're also super fresh and glowing. And I'm going through something in my life right now. A lot of shifts. I mean, all of you are also having the same. So, yes, I'm here to remind you that you don't have to burn yourself out. You can have both time and freedom without the sacrifice. And before I dive into today's powerful transmission, I want you to know that if you're watching this right now, it's not by accident. You're meant to hear this message, and I'm simply being a channel for the wisdom that wants to flow through to you specifically. What's coming through me right now is not from my own conscious mind. It's from the quantum field, it's from source. It's from the collective consciousness that knows exactly what you need to hear in this moment. So I want you to open your heart, open your mind, and receive what's meant for you. Again, if you haven't already, please register at bit.ly/I am empowered. I know a lot of you here, most 90% of you here are my one-on-one private clients, high vibe, soulmate students. But some of you have not yet registered because you've registered in the other so many forms, like in the life coaching course. But if you have not yet, please register in the Empowered Women's Club link, because we have an inventory a CRM now. We have a community manager now who can like who will help me with like birthday greetings and all of this. Yeah, so if you have not yet registered, um, please register. This is the link I'm gonna send in the chat. Yes. I'll ask you their birthday and intentions, everything. Ali says, the more the life gives me so much challenges, the more I keep myself more pretty like you. I didn't want to say that earlier, but that's exactly what's on my mind. It's so funny. That's so true. So, so true. So, so true, my dear. So, to those who are just joining in, uh, you know what? I'm being guided to go live on my Instagram. I don't know why. It's just a message from the divine. So I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I'm gonna save it or not, but I'm just gonna do it just because I'm being guided and I'm honoring that guidance. I'm honoring whatever is the guidance for the day. Okay, it's just my face anyway. All right. Honoring the guidance for today to go live on Instagram. And again, feel free to type your messages. How do I do this? See, I don't remember now. Uh, 7. Uh, hold on. How do I go live again here? Uh-huh. There. Live. Okay. Oops. Okay, there. Apologies for taking some time. I don't know. There, found it. Oh my God. Okay, there. Okay, there. So again, to those who are just joining in, again, today is Goddess Oracle Guidance and Magnetizing Masterclass, and this is happening every second Wednesday of the month. And this is a nurturing space to gain clarity, ask questions, deepen your intuition, receive sacred activations, amplify your light, and call in miracles. And I'm being guided to channel divine wisdom and teach about time bending and manifesting faster. More time, more love, more abundance. Exclusive for Empowered Women's Club. So please give this exclusive time for you. And you may type your questions in the chat at any moment. Share your insights, your breakthroughs, your confusion, wherever you want clarity. It all helps the collective field. As Ali has mentioned, Ali says, ha, we have the same mindset. The more life gives me so much challenges, the more I keep myself more pretty like you. Yes, exactly. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I honor you. Actually honor you for, oh my gosh, you don't know how much a lot of, I mean, I know maybe more than 50% you've told me, but I still don't know the totality of what you've been through, right? And I would love for everyone to hear your story. I would love for all of you actually here to listen and hear and share divine wisdom and, um, learn from each other's stories and lessons. And yes, Ali, I love your divine wisdom, your lessons, the way you've healed yourself and how you're sharing this healing light to others. So, please share your insights wherever you want clarity. It all helps the collective feel. Don't wait for a special time to ask. The moment a question arises or an insight, a light bulb moment, an inspiration arises, that's the perfect moment to share it. And I shall check your questions later on, your insights as I go along. And your questions help everyone here because we're all connected in this quantum field of learning and evolution, soul evolution. And today, we're focusing on time bending and how to manifest faster than ever before. And again, remember, this is part of our monthly series. Next month on June 11th, we'll gather again for Goddess Oracle Guidance and we will explore another dimension of manifestation. This Saturday, we have the Flirting with Money. June 1, we have the Body Love Free Movements, and mark your calendars. And please join our sacred gathering exclusive for Empowered Women's Club. So now let's dive into the mysteries of time. What you're about to learn will completely revolutionize how you experience every single day of your life. And as I've mentioned earlier, what's coming through me right now is not from my own conscious mind. It's from the quantum field, the collective consciousness, the source that knows exactly what you need to hear in this moment. So open your heart, your mind, your legs. I'm kidding. Your your body, your energetic body, and receive what's meant for you. And again, as we dive into today's powerful transmission, I want you to know that if you're watching this right now, it's not by accident. You're meant to hear this message, and I'm simply being a channel for the wisdom that wants to flow through to you specifically. All right. So I would love to remind you that you have all the time in the world. You can have the freedom and time without all the struggle and sacrifice. And I've been there. I've done it. I've been a slave of time. I wouldn't sleep. I wouldn't uh I wouldn't make time for things that really spark joy in me. And you know, this learning that I've been exploring about time is something that I feel a lot of us should know, because we were programmed to believe that there's limited time, that there's limited money, that everything has limits. So, have you ever wished you could bend time, like literally stretch it, compress it, make it work for you instead of against you? Have you ever wondered why some people seem to manifest instantly while others wait years for their desires to materialize? I've been diving deep into all these multiverse theory, multidimensional reality lately, and here's what I discovered. We're not just living in one timeline. We exist across multiple dimensions, multiple versions of ourselves, all happening simultaneously. And here's the mind-blowing truth that will change everything. One decision can shift you into a completely different timeline. One decision can shift you. Just admitting people in the waiting room. All right. If you keep on making the same decision over and over again, you cannot collapse the timeline. You'll stay there, you'll stay stuck there. If you're watching this today, it's because your multidimensional self guided you here, and we're about to uncover the secrets of time that have been hidden from humanity for centuries, which the ancient Egyptians actually knew something, and we're just rediscovering. They understood that time isn't linear, and they built their entire magnificent civilizations around this sacred knowledge. You know, there's stories about like when you're inside the pyramid in Egypt, um, time slows down and your manifestations become powerful. And there's also stories that the pyramids in Egypt are not even created by men. Like it cannot be man-made. So it's like it's a mystery, you know? Like it's an ancient civilization, but it was built by aliens or by the future. Anyway, that's another topic to explore another day. I'm getting goosebumps. But you know, even Einstein proved scientifically that mystics always knew time is relative. It's not absolute. Um, Let me share a real story from my personal story and also from a specific member in our community that will show you how amazing manifestations can be. A few weeks ago, one of my private high vibe soulmate clients wanted to manifest money. Actually, she wanted to manifest thousands of dollars. Okay, thousands of dollars in just a week. And that's something that seems absolutely impossible if you could think about conventional thinking. And then she messaged me. I sent her a voice activation, and we were planting seeds. And I was just encouraging her and blessing her. And lo and behold, she received that amount of money in less than a week because she believed. You know, that's like millions of pesos, thousands of dollars, millions of pesos. And this proves that when we understand the true nature of time and money, that you can manifest, you can experiment, you can play with it, you know, within a specific amount of time, and you really believe you're delusional and you believe with certainty, and of course you do the inspired action steps, miracles become our natural experience. So how do you accomplish this? First, in my personal experience, I allow myself to release, to purge. I allow myself to cry. I release the emotional charge um that comes along with I'm just letting people in the waiting room with the manifestation, you know. So you release, you purge, you allow yourself to cry, release all this emotional charge, and then you can bend time and money by making powerful decisions and holding that desire in your heart. So today we will be learning all of these philosophies, these techniques to bend time and money, and this is what you're about to learn. Not just today, because I feel like there will be a part two. So let me walk you through step by step the quantum truth about time. In the groundbreaking book on parallel universes of self. The author explains, his name is Frederick Dodson. He explains that every decision you make creates an entirely new timeline. And you're not moving through time like a train on fixed tracks. You're constantly shifting through parallel realities, like you're changing channels on a cosmic television. And I repeat, every decision you make creates an entirely new timeline. And I want to enhance that by saying every desire you hold with certainty and every decision you make creates an entirely new timeline. Desire and decision. This is how you collapse time. Think of it like you're driving on an infinite cosmic highway with unlimited lanes, and each lane represents a completely different timeline, a different version of your life story. And you can change lanes at any moment through your thoughts, your feelings, and your decisions. This is what we call quantum jumping, the ability to shift from one timeline to another through your conscious choices. And quantum physics reveals that all moments exist simultaneously. Your past, your present, your future are all happening right now in the quantum field. I shared this in my story, how I found this in my notes. I'm just looking exactly what was in my notes. This. So I was searching in my notes for like about multiverse because um I I have had learnings before, and I saw this April 19, 2018 at 6 a.m. Alan, my son, telling a story about three people conversing. Person A said, if the multiverse theory is correct, does that mean in another universe it's not correct? Person B said, the multiverse theory does not cover paradoxical situations. And person C says, except in the universe where it does. I know it's just a commercial break. I'm just sharing this to you. I shared this in my story, like how there's actually multiverses. And it's so funny because my son and I were talking about this a long time ago about multiverse theory. I'll send it in our WhatsApp group. And yeah, I'll send it here in our chat. So I just want to share how, you know, there are multiverses, is what I'll share in the chat, what I'm talking about. It's in my notes, in my story. So, let's go back. Let's go back. I digress. So let's go back. Let me share about desire and decision that will shift and change and revolutionize how you manifest in the multiverse. Having that burning desire and clarity on that desire, it's the catalyst for all change. Every single transformation in your life begins with a desire to want something new. But when I ask people what they want, many people struggle to really see and feel that burning desire. And they say, I want more money, but what does that really look like? And are you willing to do whatever it takes to get your desire? You cannot just like stay there, don't do anything, stay there in the imagination, not doing the inspired action steps, right? You have to do the burning desire and then take the inspired action steps. Also, remember the law of reciprocity. This is important. The law of reciprocity. You want people to pay you in full or pay you abundantly, but are you actually paying your bills on time, or are you actually paying the people that you promised to? Or like, can you understand, have you been defaulting from your agreements with other people? How can the agreements with you be honored if you're defaulting from your agreements with others? If you want time to expand for you, also give others your full presence, give others your time. This is how it works. If you want money to flow to you, let it flow freely from you, even in small amounts, but let it flow. Like, simple example, Reagan Hillier, the #1 manifesting expert, when she was broke, she was like deciding between strawberries and blueberries. and she doesn't even like strawberries. She loves blueberries. And like the difference between the strawberry and the blueberry is like $4. Say $9 compared to $5. And if you are, I think maybe $3 or $4 difference, if you're being in the scarcity mindset that between five, let's say 5 and 8, and you choose the $5, which you don't even like strawberries, and you're basing your life on, I won't have $3 or $4 in the future. You're not allowing it to flow freely from you. So in that moment, she made the decision. I remember the story from her, to choose the blueberries, which is like $3 or $4 more than the strawberries. Because she doesn't even like strawberries. So that from that moment, the universe rewarded her because she's allowing it to flow now. Even in small amounts, what is $3? What is $4? So what you give out comes back multiplied. And when you invest in yourself, when you prioritize yourself, when you love yourself and you share that to the world, you let the universe know how much you love yourself and value yourself. All of these will come back multiplied. So, one also technique, or again, advice, suggestion in manifesting. Again, we'll go through the time bending. I'm just channeling wisdom right now about the manifesting and the desire and the decision. Be specific in a way that it stretches you, but it is not that too much of resistance. You can say, I want $1 million in the bank, instead of saying, I want billions. I'm burping, releasing stale stock energies in this group. I want a career that I love, where I'm well compensated. That's a good desire. Or maybe you want to feel healthy again. Maybe you've been experiencing chronic pain. Maybe you don't want anxiety, meaning you want to feel peace. Please chat. Please type in the chat. What is it that you want to manifest in a way that it's specific, but it's not too specific that it's like it's causing you pain. And we can call it the Goldilocks principle of manifesting your intentions. Your desire should be like the Goldilocks porridge. It's not too hot that it's so impossible for you to reach. It's not too cold that it's so easy. Like if I say, I want to manifest $100 today, it's so easy for me, all right? $100 is just $100. So you stretch it. So just right, exciting, and it stretches you and it's believable. So please share in the chat, what is it like, what you want to manifest? Like, I want $1 million by end of this year, or I want a career that I love where I will be well compensated for it, or I want to be healthy again, like a size 2 or 0, for some 4, or I just want to experience peace and harmony. That's a good desire. So it's very important to get that clarity. And we don't want to define um what we want in a way that it's too generic. So it's best to add more specifics in it, but not too specific that it causes so much stress within you. We can also use what we don't want to define what we do want, because what we want is almost always the opposite of what we don't want, right? So your desires come from seeing things others experience in their reality. Yes. So when you see someone experience travel, a great body, an amazing, thriving business, I want that. And you bless that which you want, and then the universe will bless you. Is that what Aleli wants? Is that what Andrea wants? What Ali wants? What Sheena wants? What Claudine wants? Then let me give it to her. Let me give it to her. So, yes, please share in the chat. We have 1 hour or so left together. Together. So, I'm gonna bless all your intentions, your manifestations. It is done. It is completed. It is fulfilled. I wanted to share that with me, and yeah, we will bless that. We are all energy healers here also, so we will bless it all together. So when you experience something that you don't like, for example, um, uh, you don't want, I don't want financial insecurity anymore because I want to be stable, I want to be secure. So I don't want financial insecurity. It becomes, I do want financial security and prosperity and abundance, because you don't want financial instability and insecurity. So your desires come from seeing things others experience in their reality, and they also come from experiencing what you don't like, and then you shift that. You get the clarity, and what you don't like actually catalyze focus on what we do really want when we experience things that we don't want. And this is also applicable in relationships, right? When we find things that we don't want, and then in someone, and then we want to shift that to what we really want in, for example, in a relationship. So, yes, write down in your journal or in the chat what are the things that you don't want, and then you flip that to the opposite. And these opposites are your true desires. For example, you don't want rushed mornings. So now you do want peaceful, spacious mornings. You don't want exhaustion. And so you do want energy, vibrant energy, radiance. You don't want loneliness. You now want meaningful connections and harmonious relationships, right? So you'll know what you want by knowing what you don't want. And here's the key. Desire is very similar to decision. When you desire to be wealthy, you decide to be wealthy. When you desire health, you decide for health. When you desire harmonious relationships, you decide to, from now on, I'll just accept and nurture harmonious relationships. When you desire a soulmate, you've decided for a soulmate. Desire and decision are almost synonymous. You make a decision and you commit to it without needing to know the how. You just commit to it, and then the universe will show you the how. And a real decision cuts off all other options. When you decide to be healthy, what happens? You cut off the junk food. You cut off all the lazy days of not even moving. Well, having those days are all okay, but like an entire week of not moving, that's not healthy. I honestly believe that that's not healthy. So within a week, you should at least have to walk, do your 10K steps, dance, breathe, even your dance and breathe and stretch. So the word decide actually comes from the Latin decidere, meaning to cut off. So when you decide, when you truly decide, and I want you to remember this, when you truly decide, you burn the bridges to the old timeline. You burn the bridges to why is my hand lowered? I mean high, raised. Okay, I'll just lower my hand. Okay. Oh, because I was doing this. All right, good. So I was saying, when you truly decide, you burn the bridges to the old, outdated patterns and timelines. That is the power of desire and decision combined. So let me explain again, just come back to I explained all that because I want to explain the power of desire and decision in quantum jumping into your highest timeline. Because all timelines exist depending on your decision. Let me explain this concept with a simple and powerful example. Remember when you had to make that very important, crucial choice between two job offers. years ago or maybe recently, or maybe whether to stay in a job and resign from a job. I know a lot of you here can resonate. So you picked one path, but in another reality, another timeline, another dimension, you picked the other job. That version of you still exists right now, living out a completely different life based on that single decision. Maybe now you quantum jumped into another timeline because you chose yourself, you chose to love yourself, and you chose to not continue in a job that you didn't really like. So you actually accessed a higher timeline, right? That version of you who didn't choose herself still exists right now. She's in some theoretical future. She exists right now in a parallel present. Or remember your first major relationship decision, whether you want to stay together with someone or break up with someone. You made your choice and lived out that timeline, but there's a version of you who made the opposite choice. That life is playing out right now simultaneously with your timeline now in a parallel dimension, and you can have children in that timeline or be living in another country in another timeline or have a completely different career in another timeline, all because of one decision point. And you've probably experienced also um real life examples. Have you ever like had a dream that later came true in your waking life?
Hindi. Asan yung Saan? Mami, don't milk
Oh,
me.
that's
Please, mommy.
so cute. So cute. Oh, no. That's so cute. Is that Primus or Connor? I love it. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Ali. I love that. I just love hearing that sound. You know why? Because I actually miss my son when he's such a small, little, young boy. That's why when I hear your little adorable voices, I feel so good because I'm, feeling nostalgic about having a baby boy. So yeah. All right. So let's go back. I'm talking about timeline bleeding, timeline bleeding. When you ever had like a dream that later came true in waking life, like you dreamed about it and then it's happening in real life, that's not actually coincidence. That's timeline bleeding. You can call it prediction or you can call it timeline bleeding, where your consciousness accidentally will jump ahead to a future moment and will bring back the information to your present awareness. So you access that through your dream, like when you're accessing the Akashic records. And so the common timeline bleeding experiences, Ali says, I didn't know why biglang nawala mute. Deja vu. Yes, I was gonna talk about deja vu. Exactly. So experiencing deja vu, that common experience, that eerie feeling. I love it that like it's on my notes and oh yeah, Doctor Strange. Exactly. So like you have been there before, but not in the way that you think, but you've been there before, you've experienced it in another timeline. And occasionally, these timelines bleed through into each other, creating that familiar feeling of deja vu. So, some other common experiences would be thinking of someone, right? Um, Thinking of someone. Oh, hello, my dear. Hello, Christine, my love. I was talking about deja vu and again, thinking of someone right before they call you, right? And like knowing what someone will say before they say it. That's timeline bleeding. Or you're like having a gut feeling about something that proves true. That you can interpret this as timeline bleeding or your dreams coming true. It's like just a dream and suddenly it came true. So again, the deja vu, you've experienced it in another timeline, and then the timelines bleed through each other, it creates that familiar feeling. Um, or what I mentioned before, have you ever thought of someone and their name pops into your head and then they called you moments later or they message you moments later? This happens to me all the time. And that's timeline bleeding in action. You access the moment right before it happened in your current timeline because all moments exist now. So, yes, Ali says, I believe in multiverse. Same here, my love. So, when you think of someone and they call, you can interpret it as you predicting the future, or you can also interpret it as you literally visited the timeline when they're already calling and you brought that feeling back with you. And that's why it feels so real because it is real, just in another timeline. And then you brought it here in this timeline. So, what's really happening in these moments is really fascinating. Your consciousness briefly jumped to the timeline when they're already calling you. You felt that reality, then you jump back to your current timeline and then your phone rang here in this moment. So, yes, again, you can interpret it as you predicting the future, or you can actually interpret it as you visiting that timeline and bringing back that feeling of the moment here, right now. So, time is not linear. You can access like this version of you who expert in Spanish or expert in Norwegian language, or in French, or Indian, or English, and then you bring it here in this timeline, in this multiverse, in this specific parallel universe. So many things to talk about. Time being not linear. You know, the ancient Vedic texts, which are the oldest spiritual texts known to humanity. They speak of Kala, divine time that flows in cycles rather than straight lines. The Aboriginal Australians, who are one of the oldest cultures on Earth, they call this concept dream time. Like you access a realm where all moments are accessible now, where past, present, future merge into one eternal moment. I know it's deep, and we'll go through this more in the coming days, but now it's just like an introduction to all of these time bending and everything. So modern science is actually catching up when scientists know now, yeah, that at the quantum level, particles can exist in multiple places at once and can even move backward in time. It's crazy, like amazing. So, time is not a river flowing in one direction. It's more like an ocean where all points connect. And time is like the internet. Yes, time is like the internet. Um, there are websites, and all websites exist simultaneously, and you can jump from one to another instantly. You're not moving through them in order. You're accessing different ones based on what link or what decision you click. That's why I told you earlier about the power of one decision. The desire plus decision, it can literally help you quantum jump in an entirely new timeline with that specific decision. And that is the link, the decision that you click. That is how you collapse timelines. So, please watch this again, especially everything that I've explained earlier about desire and decision, because for me, it took me quite some time. I've been studying time bending for several years now since I started theta healing, and actually since 2018, what I shared with you when I was talking about multiverse theory with my son. And yeah, so let me share one more examples, not one more examples. um have you ever learned something in a moment that would normally take years to understand? Like, have you ever felt like you've known someone forever when you just met? Have you ever, like, experience, I felt like I've known you forever, but I just met you now. I've experienced this all the time. Or have you experienced time flying when you're in love and you're with your partner and you're just having this blissful moments? Or also the moments when time is dragging you when you're bored. These aren't just um experiences, but they're glimpses of time's true non-linear nature, of how we perceive time and how time is actually not linear. You can compress it or extend it to how you want it. When you learned how to ride a bike, it took you years of understanding. Some people will take years of understanding, right? But it can be compressed into that one moment of I got it. It's just like the tipping point that okay, I got it. Or when you're again, as I mentioned, falling in love, you feel like you've known someone forever in just days. And also, I experienced this personal firsthand. I experienced time slowing down so that I can react perfectly. I was sandwiched. I was driving, and then I was sandwiched by two cars, a vehicular accident that I had when 2016. And I was like, I even documented everything, like my knees bleeding, and the airbag saved my life. Like I was a sandwich by a truck, and um I think it's an SUV. And I was like really total wreck. My car, Mitsubishi Mirage, small car. And during that moment when I pressed the brake, I pressed the brake, and it was like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Like it was so slow. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but I experienced it so slow. Everything that happened in just 1 second happened in like 30 seconds or more. It's like time slowing down so I can react perfectly, so that I can keep on pressing the brake and, you know, keeping that desire in my heart to live and how to like react with everything that's happening, or so that I'm not gonna be that sandwiched, like time really stopped so that the force won't be that strong or something. I know that I was saved in that moment. Claudine says, I thought it was because I manifested that person. What was I talking about? Yes, oh, you manifest people in your life, my dear. I just saw this. What was that about? Ali says, want to share my download this Monday that I think related to your topic. I love today's topic. Me too. I love today's topic. In spirituality, it's soul contract. Exactly. Ali says, in Akashic records, sometimes it's like, for example, in present moment, it's like you and your BFF so close, but in other dimensions, you're enemies. Ooh, yes. Oh my God. I would love to talk about soul contract more and more. I believe in this. I do believe in this. I'm just gonna um download the message you sent, my dear, and read it in the chat. Thank you for sharing your divine knowledge and wisdom. And we're so excited for everything you're going to share this Saturday, my love. Time doesn't actually exist. I love this. Oh my God, time is an illusion. Clocks do exist, but time is just an agreed upon construct. Exactly. While it has its uses, we have been programmed to live our lives by this construct as if it were real. That's why I was saying earlier, thank you for this. Like we were programmed to believe that, oh, we have to be at there this time. And I still follow this because, hello, we are in the 3D. How can I function if I just tell everyone, you know what, I'll see you tomorrow. Let's just connect what time, of course, you have to have time, right? But so I still do, of course, follow that program matrix, but honestly, we do this with an awareness now that this is just a construct, that everything is flexible. I'm just reading. We have confused our shared construct with something that is tangible and thus have become its slave. My God, yes. And I was mentioning earlier, oh, thank you for this, Ali. I was talking about how I was a slave of time. I was a slave of, I don't have enough time. I cannot sleep. So that's why I didn't pass my board exams because I wouldn't sleep. I was like, I don't have enough time. I need to study everything. Study everything. I cannot sleep. So, okay. So these are just examples of how time is just a construct, right? Time can bend. Time is malleable. Time is a construct. Time is fluid. Time can compress and expand according to your intentions, your desire, and your decision. Um, in indigenous cultures, the shamans journey to other worlds. You know this, especially a lot of you here are light workers. And when mystics receive visions of the future, when you experience deja vu or prophetic dreams, these are supernatural events and also natural experiences of time's true multidimensional nature that modern society has forgotten, but ancient wisdom has always preserved. Let me share also how the Greek ancient culture understood time and its true nature. In Greece, there's the Greek kairos and chronos. Kairos and chronos. The Greeks distinguished, I went to Greece like 3 times, 2022 to 2023. Went back and forth. I love Greece. Love, love, love Greece. Greece is amazing. I have this vision in my head that I'm gonna be organizing, facilitating a retreat in Greece. So come join me. Watch out for that. I have connections already with my 3 trips there. I went March, December, and May. Yeah, 2023 to 2022 to 2023. Or was it 2020? Yeah, I think. Yeah, correct. So, Chronos and Kairos. Chronos is the quantitative clock time, that measures duration. And Kairos is a qualitative divine time of perfect opportunity, or like your genius zone. So it's like athletes call this the zone. When you're in Kairos, you can accomplish in minutes what usually takes months. Artists call it the flow states. A lot of you here are artists. And mystics call it divine timing. When it's like perfect opportunity and you're just quantum jumping into a specific timeline. And yeah, like I'm just checking the chat if you have questions. By the way, I asked you to ask your questions, Sam, because by the end of this, I'll be answering your questions. So let me know, let me know, let me know. Your intentions, I also asked. And I also told you that you don't have to perform or exert effort. So it's also okay if you don't want. But I'm just like checking the chat. I have several gadgets here. So if you want to share with me your intentions, I ask you what are your intentions and your questions so that I can answer before we proceed. I'm just pausing and checking. Okay. So, I was talking about um how you exist in multiple dimensions, right? The chronos, that where you're in the quantitative um clock time, and kairos, which is the qualitative divine timing or flow. And when doors open effortlessly, when you have that feeling that everything clicks, when the universe seems to conspire to help you in your favor, that is kairos. And when you're trying to solve a problem for hours, and then in the shower, suddenly the answer comes instantly. Or for me, when I'm doing my yoga, or when I'm walking by the beach, suddenly, oh, that's that's when you shifted from Chronos to Kairos, and you don't get these answers if you're just busy, 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 busy all the time. You won't get this answer, or you're drinking with your friends and wasting time, not even listening to yourself. So, right now, I want you to know that as you listen to my voice, you exist across infinite dimensions. And every choice, every decision you've ever made created a timeline where a different version of you lives that alternate reality. And they're actually parallel presents happening simultaneously. So, a relationship you didn't pursue, a job you turned down, a city you didn't move to, that version of you made the opposite choice. She exists right now, living that completely different life in a parallel timeline. And when you make a decision, I want to go back to that, because this is really how you collapse timelines, right? When you make a decision and allow the desire to germinate, to hold that highest vision and the desire, as you make decisions, life starts to organize the cooperative components in your life. And when you listen to the messages and you follow through with your decisions, your brain becomes a receiver. The desire creates a frequency inside you, and you activate ideas and more opportunities from the quantum field, from God, from your higher power, from your higher self. And these thoughts and ideas become the bridge for taking small micro actions that lead to your desired outcomes. For example, for me, when I decided to register my coaching business here in the UAE in 2021, I came here as a tourist. I was clueless. I don't know what to do. I invested money for my coaching business. I took a leap of faith, and look at me now. I am still here, surviving it, not just surviving, but thriving. Thriving, and I was even tapped by the number one well-being center in the Middle East. Like when I arrived here, I was so insecure. I wanted to apply to them, but now they actually reached out to me. Maybe they saw me in Sharjah Media City, the ad, or maybe in my partnerships with other studios, like they're sort of competitor, but well-being center should be friends. So, or they told me, they just saw my social media. They don't even like it. They just see me in social media, and they like me and they love my energy. And yeah, so suddenly you will notice opportunities that were always there. They were invisible to you before, but now, because your brain becomes a receiver, like you turn a radio to a specific station, like I decided I am an intuitive success mentor, I am a transformational teacher. I quantum jump to that timeline when I invested in myself, in my coaching. I also have my coaches. I have people, mentors, international mentors who help me in my journey. When I decided to do this, it's not even them telling me what to do. It's just being in their energy, just being in their energy. It's activating me so much. And I find answers within me. It's not even them telling me, oh, you need to do this, do that. No, it's just being in that energy. And I know a lot of you here are my students, my private clients, and you know what it feels. like when just being in each other's energy, right? Your desire tunes your brain to receive ideas on that frequency, and suddenly you notice opportunities that were always there for you before, but before you thought it's invisible. And the universe organizes all these orchestrated events and synchronicities by sending you ideas. I'm burping, releasing stale stock energies. And the moment you make a new decision and hold that desire without resistance, you start to think differently, act differently, feel differently, move differently. You perceive life differently. People show up in your life, angels on earth. Also, your spirit tribe will give you flashes of insight. Messages flash through your mind, subconscious mind, or through your feed, on Instagram and YouTube. Something appears that aligns with the stepping stones to your outcome, to your highest vision, to the result that you want, to your goal. And for me, when I decided to start my coaching business, that was me quantum jumping into another timeline. It collapsed, like collapsed my timeline. It I didn't have to delay anymore when I decided, okay, now is the time to start my coaching business. I registered it, and suddenly I met potential partners everywhere. Like Karma Yoga Dubai reached out to me at that time. Um, Students, they found me in the Filipino entrepreneur group. And also, I not just that, I magnetized, I attracted investors. And when I decided to commit to health, when you decide to commit to health, suddenly the perfect coach will appear, healthy recipes appear in your social media feed, right? When you decide, when you have the desire and you decide, when you desire and you decide and you choose to love, to be a channel of love and light, and you suddenly start noticing more kind and loving people around you, and all those who are not functioning in the frequency of unconditional love will just naturally dissipate and fall away. So, the crucial, important, essential wisdom here is stay loyal to the destination, to your highest vision, and don't check your path too quickly. Don't focus on the how. The path is often winding and, as I've mentioned, non-linear. We think it's taking us straight to our destination, but sometimes it's actually taking us to a learning, a skill development, or a person we still need to meet or learn from. And if we become impatient or judge too quickly, we can kill that formation of our highest outcome. And it happened to me. I was so impatient when I manifested my soulmate 2 years ago, and it was such an amazing, loving relationship, but I was too impatient. And everything was just still baking in the oven. And I want to open the oven when it's still baking. So, trust, trust, and you'll know better when you trust. Trust also the rerouting. Don't panic when sometimes the GPS, reroutes you, like when you're using Waze and then suddenly, oh my God, why is there a reroute? Don't panic. Don't turn off that navigation system. Trust that it knows a better way for you. Just like how I was rerouted from, I thought I wanted to go to Canada, and then with that same vision, I collapsed the timeline. I don't need to go through all that student visa, course, whatever, to be a resident in Dubai, in the UAE. So I collapsed timeline. I had that same highest vision. I want to move to another country. I thought Canada was the country for me. I thought at that time it was perfect for me. And then the universe rerouted me to the UAE. And so you trust that rerouting. So the question that you may have now is, how do you reconcile your current reality with your highest vision? Like, okay, I have this current reality now. This is my highest vision. What now? The answer is just hold that vision with certainty. Keep on holding that vision with certainty. See what clues show up in the present moment, listen and follow through. And honestly, I promise you, life will bring you the clues about your next priority. The reason why we're here in this Zoom room, all of us, it's because life is showing you that, hey, this is a good masterclass for me to receive divine activations and sacred wisdom. So this is my next action step. And then after this, hello, my dear Yvette, my love. We're in the Zoom room if you want to join. Just wanna acknowledge those who joined in the Instagram. Inang Josa, Samina Akbani, oh Althea. Bong Z, Orange, You Glad, Jahirabas, George, Tampuru Ruth, Crystal's Love, hello, hello, and Yvette, hello, Yvette Kelly, my love. So, you don't need to figure it all out. Life brings you clues about your next priority, about the next inspired action step. And how do you spot clues? You can, again, ask for signs. You can just listen to all the angel numbers, repeated numbers, the symbols, or same topic coming up in different conversations, different platforms. Sometimes books will just fall off shelves or be given to you, or random meetings that feel significant in your life. Sudden inspirations or ideas, those are clues, like downloads and sudden inspiration and ideas. And again, what will set you free is the truth that your job is not to figure out how to get to your future. Your future will find its way into your present moment. And I'll repeat that. Your job is not to figure out how to get into your future vision. Your future vision will find its way into your present moment when you trust, when you allow. Less effort, more receiving. If it means that you have to sleep for a day just to receive the download and listen, and then the next day you follow through, then do that. If you have to meditate for a whole day, do that. Give it to yourself. Instead of swimming, like when you're swimming and you're swimming upstream to reach the source, like when it's like upstream and then you're swimming up, it's hard, right? Or you're running up. But let's use swimming. You just stay there, still allow stillness to heal and reveal, and let the current bring what you need to hear to you, and you listen and you follow through. You don't have to chase. You don't have to push. When something from your future reveals itself into your present naturally changes when you make that decision and keep that desire. There's a new thought, opportunity, person, conversation, business partnerships, resources, team members, investors. And I've manifested all of these. You accumulate these resources that will give you everything you need to go to the next level, to the next level. And you're more likely to notice and allow it if you're operating from a powerful state, the answer mode, your goddess creatrix self, not the victim mindset, not the slave, the prostitute archetype, not being the martyr or not resisting the present moment. And the root of our collective stress is actually thinking that our present moment is getting in the way of where we want to go. We live in contradiction and constant fight or flight. But the thing is, the paradox is, the more you fight your current reality, the more it persists. The more you accept and appreciate all the blessings in your current reality, the faster it transforms. And that is how you collapse timelines. The more you accept and appreciate this frequency of certainty and appreciation combined, the more you accept and appreciate and be grateful for all the blessings in this moment, the faster your life transforms. If you're relaxed into knowing you've already done your part, you have that high vision, you have the desire and the decision, you're taking the inspired action steps, Your job now is to enjoy the present moment and notice what parts of your future begin showing up now. And listen and follow through. This is God's will for you. God and the future, they're just waiting to see what shows up. Or wait, your present reality is just waiting to see, your highest self in this present reality is just waiting to see what shows up from your future in your present moment. Meaning, you can access the future, and whatever you're ready for, you follow through that. And every day, that's what you do. You listen and then you follow through. You listen and you follow through. Follow through. Follow through. You listen and then you follow through. Like you're seeing, okay, what is showing up right now that's coming up, coming from my future higher self? Listen to that. You connect with that. What am I ready for? Sometimes you don't even have to be, no, not sometimes. Most of the time, you don't even have to be 100% ready, right? So what message is coming from your future highest self in your present moment? What is God's will for me? Notice what parts of your future highest self begin showing up right now, and you listen and then you follow through. What do you mean by following through? How does it look like? Hello, Andy, my love. You can join us in the Zoom room, huh? To those who are in the Instagram. So what does following through looks like? When you have that urge to call someone, do that. When you have the idea to take a different route, follow it. When you have the inspiration, this is big, this is big, this is big, because all of us have this, are having this already. When you have the inspiration to start that next creative project, begin now. Just like when Ali did her launch, the first month that we met, remember that? And then you had that idea, and then you had that 1 month or less than 1 month, actually, you did the launch, you followed through, you did it, girl, you did it, Wonder Woman. Just like how Althea received those downloads the first time we connected in the Starseed Masterclass, and then you created a posters, you invited people, bam, fully booked for your divine hike. You receive that inspiration, begin. Andy says, even if it feels uncomfortable, just do it, right? When you have the nudge to attend an event, go. Like how you had the nudge to attend this masterclass, how you had that calling to join Empowered Women's Club to connect with me. And when you don't listen, when you don't listen, when you don't follow through, that's when you will experience the same delay, the same old story, the same, I don't have time, I'm stuck, I'm not growing, I'm not manifesting what I want, because you're not listening and following through. You already had that idea, that inspiration, but you're stopping yourself because you're fearful. And the signs that you're not listening and following through, same repeated obstacles. And this happened to me over and over again. Like, I remember I was talking to Ali about it. Um, I was I experienced going to LA, Los Angeles, and then being sent back by the immigration. That's a repeated obstacle in my life. Because I'm not listening, I'm not following through. The universe already told me, focus on your soul purpose. Don't be attached in this guy anymore. Focus on your purpose. There's a better opportunity for you in the yoga teacher training. And then the universe really had to like awaken me fully. And it's like I banged my head on a wall. The same problems recurring with the same guys when you're like attached to the same unhealthy relationships, feeling stuck or stagnant, opportunities that appear and then they disappear because you didn't grab at that moment that you were given the chance, the wonderful, wondrous opportunity portal opened, and then you didn't grab it. Or you're just increasing in your frustration or anxiety. And honestly, the problem in life, it's not that we don't have time. The challenge in life, it's not that you don't have enough time. We have enough time. You have time. There's so much time. The challenge is maybe you want more time. And that's natural. You should want more time. You're part of this ever expanding universe. And your desire is what expands reality itself. So keep desiring, keep flowing. When you push, you hustle, you grind, you're taking the responsibility that isn't yours. When you move into stress, anxiety, overwhelm, anger, jealousy, comparison, fear, scarcity mindset, that's a sign you're trying to push into a future that's not really meant for you. Or sometimes we're trying to push into a future that's not ready for you, when we're like angry and we're frustrated. Enjoy your present moment. That is how we manifest more time, expand our time. When you enjoy your present moment and allow the future to show itself, and then you listen, you follow through, you flow instead of like flowing upstream, you flow downstream. You follow the flow, opportunities will appear naturally. And instead of forcing, like you're pushing a boulder uphill, and that's exhausting, that's obstacles everywhere, you let it flow. And when you notice your monkey mind, again, overthinking, not relaxing, when you notice your stress and pushing, congratulations, because you're noticing, because now you're aware. So now you can recalibrate. And now you're aware that you're not being your old self. You're observing it that, okay, now I'm overthinking. What do I do? I relax, I breathe, I come back to the present moment, I list down all the things that I'm grateful for. I touch my heart, I connect with myself. And in this way, you flow with life and you're part of the ever expanding evolution of reality. And the moment you notice you're stressed is the moment you're no longer trapped by stress, because awareness helps you change. It's the first step in changing your reality. You're aware, and then you will now have that space to choose, to decide. And again, your choice, your decision creates the shifts in your life. And you can create your empire, goddess empire, this way. Your empire is the fullest expression of you. The queendom, that was the song that I was playing earlier before we started. The kingdom or queendom, your empire, it's you taking your rightful place on the throne, wearing your crown. And this is achieved not through manipulation or control or force, but through continuing to dream, holding that vision without extinguishing the flame just because it hasn't happened yet. And a lot of people, I know a lot of people, a lot of my students, especially before, they extinguish the flame because it hasn't happened yet. Then that's sad and it's very unfortunate. So how do you build your empire filled with freedom and fun and flow? Your empire grows when you're in alignment. Ali is launching her signature coaching program, Manifest in Alignment. Your kingdom or your queendom expands when you trust the process. Your queendom, it manifests when you honor your desires and you take the decisions, inspired action steps in alignment with those desires. And again, stay in flow. I'm just reading the chat. Hold on. Here, I'll read it here. Oh, wow, a lot of chats. Oh my God. All right. There are a lot of downloads when taking a shower. Yeah. Why is that? Althea says, you know what? I had that download actually that if everyone just takes a shower every day, right? A lot of problems will be solved. Right? A lot of like really take your time to shower without having a limit. Just be there in the shower. A lot of problems will be solved. Even like relationships, like when you're fighting with your loved one. Imagine if you just in that moment take a shower, you'll find the solution, you'll be more at peace, and then you're clean and refreshed, and then you go back, come back to each other's arms. So, and also like with the business, for me, I also have a lot of downloads in the shower and walking by the beach. Not when I'm working. No, 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 no. Always in the shower by the beach or just before I sleep or just when I won't wake up. Ali says because her crown is cleansing during shower. Exactly. Exactly. Ali says, it's okay. Some of my clients so intimidated still keep on coming back to me, but when they talk to me so deep, they love me na. Oh, that's so true. I also have a lot of clients and students like that who disappear. I have the specific loyal student who would disappear for months and then come back, and then disappear and then come back. And I don't have any negative bad feelings anymore, like when, because I can interpret it as ghosting, but honestly, it's just a matter of time. Andrea says, that's what Althea and I are talking about just an hour ago. We were just talking about this earlier, ate. What is it? What? Apologies. About? Andrea says, sabay pa tayo nag-chat. Yeah, 4:29. This is so funny. What was that about? May I ask? Would you like to speak up or chat? Oo nga. I feel so activated right now and I'm so excited for more. Yeah! Oh my goodness. I'm just reading the chat now. What was it I was talking about at 4:29 p.m. Dubai time? Whatever I was talking about, you said you were talking about earlier. So what was that? um the universe shamed me so much that I can't even see myself. That's how they shake me. Oh my god, exactly. Oh my god, Ali. Yes. Sharing that I'm talking more on elements and other living things. Same here. They find it crazy for me. It's normal now. Yeah, it's normal for us now, but before we actually think we're crazy. Ali says, I just saw now because I've been hearing this that I get weirder and weirder, like I'm totally a different person that they told me that I'm crazy already. Althea says, it means you're doing well at it. Change is our constant state. Yes, I love that. According to Buddha, nothing in this world remains constant. It's change. You know what? I wanna share this article that I did a long time ago. And I was in the tax world. Wait, I'm searching it here. I was a tax advisory associate and I was already um wait, I'm searching for the link. Okay, there, I found it. There. Okay, this is this is the article that I wrote when I was already learning about Buddha, and that was like the first line in my tax article. Okay, this is the tax article that I wrote. Commercial break because uh, uh, this is another parallel universe. So I was a tax advisory associate and I was trying to insert Buddha in my article. Yes, so this is the article that I wrote. And then the first line, I want to share it. I'm going to share my screen. See, I said, so I was a tax advisor associate for PNA Grant Thornton, a multinational, international company for auditors. And then this is my first line: nothing is forever except change. Exactly what Althea said. The wise words of Buddha proclaim the undeniable truth that the only thing constant is change. Life is a process of becoming, thus, we should always keep ourselves abreast with the changing times. After all, progress is impossible without changing the status quo. And then that's when I talked about boring tax law. So this was me in 2019. I resigned from my advisory associate job, PNA Grant Thornton. And I was being tasked to write more, but I was like, it's so boring. So this was me before. And I was already learning about Buddha and all of these, and I was go to work and I have so many crystals. Like I have 10 before. I had 10 because I wanted to protect myself from the negative energies and the corporate environment. And then they would joke that I should have excise tax. It's a tax for like jewelry for my crystals. And I would have like crystals in my desk and then crystal rollers in my face. I would be the crazy one. All right. Just like Ali. Althea says, we're talking about that when you are grateful for the present moment, you manifest faster. Ooh! Ah, I love that. Yes! Yes! Share with me, what are you grateful for? I have been asking you guys, but it seems like you just love the activation. So yeah, I was asking you guys, what are your intentions? What are you grateful for? What are your questions? Yes. So, before I go to the oracle guidance, I want to again teach some um time bending techniques, time bending techniques. And again, we'll practice this as we go along. I mean, these are like um things that I've learned from my coaches, and this can be quite advanced for some of us here, but just want to introduce to you that you can have you if this is accessible for you. You can do um time compression and expression and expansion. You can have ways to bend time. Okay, so time compression. First, a technique that you can do is you create a time anchor. So you can touch, for example, a specific object that will remind you of the compressed state. For example, a watch, a ring, a specific spot in your desk, or an amethyst crystal, for example, or anything that will be your anchor. And we do this also in NLP, right? We should have like an anchor, or you can have like even like a mudra. You can touch your own body part, or like a specific finger mudra or arrangement, like your thumb on your index, any anchor that you have. And then you close your eyes, you visualize your timeline just as like it's not like a line, but it's like a spiral. It's like you're compressing time. Why spiral? You're allowing to compress time in layers, like a spring being compressed. So you're imagining yourself, your timeline, and then you're entering maybe a spiral like this. You're entering that portal, not a line, but a spiral. And then you imagine time becoming more concentrated, more potent. I can guide you in our one-on-one session if you want, but you can also do this on your own. You you compress time, like if you want to imagine time being faster. So you feel time, you close your eyes, you feel time getting denser, you feel time being like liken it to honey instead of water, right? I do this when I'm in the plane, a plane ride. I compress time because I just want to be in my destination already. So I close my eyes. And then I have the exercise when I'm entering a portal of spiral. And then, I'm touching my heart and I'm relaxing. And then I know that just getting there, that when I open my eyes, more time, and then I'll sleep, of course. And then suddenly like 4 hours will just pass by. And I just slept. So you can also like add a sound element, like you're like whoosh, or like any or snap of a finger, you can add that element of sound. And you can clap your hands. You just know that, okay, when I clap my hand, the compression is complete. So you can snap your fingers, you can clap your hand, you can tap your temple even. You can press your palms together in a prayer position, whatever physical gesture. And throughout that creative visualization, you touch your anchor object or your body part that will help you maintain that compressed state. You touch that anchor that will help you um access that compressed state. What do you mean by this? Like, instead of writing an entire book for 1 year, you can access that anchor that, you know what, I'm able to write my entire book in just 1 month. And then you visualize that within 1 month, you see yourself in that spiral, in that portal, and in 1 month, you're out of that spiral portal, and in 1 month, you're finished with the book. And then your book is already a seller. It's just a technique, a visualization technique that you can use. Um, for me, I just really love declaring and really affirming to myself that I have all the time in the world, that everything happens in perfect divine timing. And I'm grateful for what is happening in the now, and I'm open and available and willing to accept. I'm open to receive whatever the universe has to offer. So, this is one way of compressing time. As I've mentioned, and remember to breathe in the process. And as I've mentioned, I use this in whenever I'm in the airplane. And then if you want time to expand, that's compression. Now you want time to expand. Um, you can visualize yourself in a sphere where time moves differently. Like it's slow, you're in this protective bubble of light where everything is relaxing, there's no rush. You can see yourself in a shimmering golden bubble of light, or a soap bubble completely surrounding you. You can visualize that. And then you can, this is a technique that, of course, some of my NLP coaches teach me. You can adjust the speed dial. So you have a speed dial, and you imagine that you're controlling that lets you slow time to 25%, 10%, even 1% of normal speed, just like how we create our reels or edit our videos. You can do it 50%, you can do it 20%. So know that you have the control. You're the creator of your life, so you can control. So 75% for slight slowing, 50% for deep focus, or 25% for like really or even 1% for miracle states. Like you can adjust it. Just know and visualize that you have a dial, and you have your control. You have the control of your own life. And then you can also adjust the temperature, just play with it. Play with it. And some people like to visualize feeling coldness when it slows down. So if it works for you, let me know. Or having like, you can um anchor it with a color. So when it's violet, you can visualize your time in a violet miracle. For me, when I see violet purple, that's very sacred. and then golden bright light, that's miracle, the gold zone. So yeah, these are ways for you, like, and it all happens in your imagination, and you don't have to visualize or meditate for 1 hour. You can just close your eyes. Also, another technique that would help you expand time is, this is very ironic and paradoxical, but creating expanded moments within your compressed days. Like when you're literally busy, you create time pockets. So during your creative work, you create time when you just pause, literally pause, stop what you're doing, breathe. When you're learning something new, when you're doing problem solving, you connect with yourself, you pause, you breathe. The time pockets, that's yours and yours alone. You slow down. And um just keep on visualizing and knowing that and believing that time is not linear. Yeah, so those are like some techniques. I have more in my toolkit, but for now, that's what I would love to share with you guys. And your family or normal people will say, that's so crazy what you're doing. Time bending, what is that? How do you handle that disbelief, right? Don't try to convince people. Even when I had so much resistance in creating this, I would have loved to create this a long time ago when I was still really beginning, because the more I teach about it, the more I become an expert of it. But it's just now that I know, okay, my people are ready for this, they're becoming more ready. They're delusional now, like me. And you're even more delusional like me, I know. Wink, wink to Ali. Like, I know my people now are highly evolved, more highly evolved than who I was maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I wasn't ready myself. So just keep your practice private. Um let them see you as the evidence, that will change their perception. If they see you improving, becoming more relaxed, calm, happier, successful, yeah. And honestly, with all of these, instead of saying I'm bending time, you can say I'm in the flow state, right? When you're in the flow state, actually what I do, I actually turn off all my alarms. um it works two ways. You can turn off all your alarms, or put your alarm at specific time when you're like, okay, I decree and declare that by this time I'm finished. I decree and declare that by this time I'm finished with my work. For me, I have no choice. Like, for example, for this masterclass, I just had like an hour. So I'm like, I decree and declare that within an hour, I'm done with channeling the content. So you can turn off all your alarms before you sleep. That before you sleep, you're in the flow state, you're finished your work. Or set a specific time and then decree and declare that by that time you're done. And just know that whatever happens in that specific time, you complete your work. Okay, so in the flow state, you can also say, instead of saying I'm bending time, you can say I'm working more efficiently. When you're working joyfully and efficiently, it's not like a burden, it's not so hard. And you're focused. Instead of saying I'm bending time, just believe and know that you're focused. So when you're focused, you work faster, you work more efficiently, you're focusing better, and you're more productive because you're focused, right? Or you're just managing time instead of bending time, managing time, managing your energy, learning to prioritize differently. As I mentioned, focus more effectively, and you're working smarter, and we're working joyfully, not harder. And that will, if you want to talk to like skeptics, that language is more acceptable. While you're working your magic, Instead of saying I'm bending time, I'll teach you how to work smarter, prioritize differently. Um, I'll teach you how to focus better, to be in the flow state. Yes. Yeah, so those are my thoughts for today. Now, I'm checking if there are questions. No questions? Althea says, "You're so cute, ate." Oh, love you. I always do mudra subconsciously and also portal spiral and infinity. Oh, yes! It's like literally Doctor Strange 1 and 2. Christine! Oh, Christine! Time bending techniques to finish more to-dos in a day that feels in flow, like simplifying things and all, and learning skills faster and easier, like working smart. So more like the feeling of more time, yes, for certain things while collapsing timelines for other experiences. Is that time bending as well? Yes! That's exactly what I said. Like faster time for some, while slower time for other experiences. Exactly! Yes! Do you go back to normal time after collapsing or expanding? Honestly, I don't know what normal time is anymore. Like, what is normal time? I'm just like flowing. But yes, of course, we have our schedules, right? Actually, I now I decree and declare that I'm working with flexible people in my space, because wait, I'm just experimenting with my light. Okay, this is better. Um because when you're working with flexible people, like 5 minutes of early or 5 minutes late is not actually early or late, right? I just am manifesting that yes, we are in this normal timeline according to Chronos, but we can work with people who are not that too grippy or stringent of time. Well, you still respect each other. That's why, you still arrive on time. But I just decree and declare that I'll be working with um partners, collaborators, clients, students who are actually freely flowing and at ease, that energy. Because when you're in that energy, you're not actually grippy. You're not in the construct of you have to be on time, right? It releases the pressure. Releases the pressure. So if your question is, do you go back to normal time? I don't know if actually normal time nowadays because honestly earlier I removed my alarms this morning. And then I woke up just before my 11 a.m. class. So I'm like, oh my Lord, wow, the angels are actually waking me up when I need to wake up. So, you'll be, if it's really important and you really have to be there, the angels will wake you up. Ali says, be a gamer and be that character, even if it's a potential client that have many questions. It's so hard to be normal. So true. It's so hard to be normal. Thank you so much, but it becomes hard for me to be normal. Sometimes I try to do things that I normally do before, but I'm being pulled back to my calling. There's no going back. Yes! I love that, Althea. Thank you for that. All right, so we can extend for 15 minutes. How do we do this? Okay. Do you have questions? Who will I need your questions, emojis for me to um give you some guidance. Other questions? I hope I answered your questions. Read this here. I missed this. Hi, Alali. Oh, there's a recording, so I'll get to watch after work. Of course. I'm just checking the Instagram. I was like guided to go live on Instagram and then hello Nana FX Angelie Andy. Hello. It's really when you truly embrace yourself. Yes, my love. Just checking if there are questions here. Yes, and if you have other questions, you can check our link to join. Yvette says, me too, I miss your beautiful face, my sister. I love you, my love. Belated happy Mother's Day. I miss those good energies. Just like now, I actually have a 5:15 class with my student. And now she texted me and she said, let's just meet tomorrow so I can extend. See, I love this. This is like an extend 5:15, which is happening in 10 minutes, supposedly. But then, this is how we bend time, like how we want to be on time. And then, what you can manifest is that the person that you're meeting is also, when you cannot make it on time, you manifest that that person you're meeting is also not on time, right? Chronos, but will be on time in the Kairos definition. Yeah. And for me, you know what? Rescheduling, it's not an issue to me anymore. Like I know a lot of coaches, I know a lot. Like if you don't reschedule within 24 hours, then the session is waived. You cannot reschedule anymore, blah, 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 blah. But for me, I do have that suggestion in the promise agreement, but you know me, I'm very open to rescheduling. Like I don't waive sessions if like, there are reasons behind it. I believe in perfect divine timing. So funny when Althea and Andrea, I'm just checking the chat, chatted at the same time. So funny. I feel so activated right now, and I'm so excited for more. Love that. And I want you to watch the replay of this because in the beginning I was like talking about a lot on time bending, how it's time is not linear and everything. Ali says, yes, we always do that. Oh, this Christine has a question. For career and time management with new client projects coming in and my own personal projects. I love it. All right, let's do it. For Christine. How about the others? Do you have questions? Or just general reading, perhaps? Ooh, wow. I free myself from critical thoughts towards my body and my worth. To those in Instagram. So, burping, huh? Burping again. Oops, it fell. Oops. Oh my gosh. What? Oh my gosh. Oh. So, the whole deck fell. There's still about worth. Freeing yourself about body and worth. Hmm. I'm imagining you actually like having like a sexy sexy photo shoot perhaps, or dancing, not naked, but well, if you want to be naked. I'm sensing that the universe is guiding you. Where is that? I forgot where it is. I lost it. But yeah, it's about your body and your worth. So the universe is guiding you to love your body more, express yourself through your body more. Um, don't be conscious about how you're not that, I don't know, maybe you have this standard of being sexy, of about being like having abs or whatever, or maybe like you felt like you lost, you gained weight that you want to lose. I'm trying to look, not trying, I am looking for that card that fell. So the universe is guiding you to exercise um more self-worth, self body love, self-love. It's perfect because that's our next in the Goddess Creatrix Mastermind. That's the entire topic. But even before our course starts, I lost the card. Ah, wait, hold on. I wanna be I wanna share the card again. Oh, this one is also good. I'm at home in my body and at peace in my spirit. I'm at home in my body and at peace in my spirit. I know that you're asking about projects, but the energy that I'm getting is body, worth, and peace in your own. Yeah. I can't find it. Suddenly it disappeared. But okay, let's pick another card. Pick another card. So flow, I think your creative projects will flow more when your body will flow. So dance, um, breathe. You don't even have to uh you don't have to attend like a class for this. You can just freely flow according to your own rhythm. I feel like that's what your body is craving for right now, flowing, and that's how you will really deepen your self-worth when you love your body and be at home in your body and at peace with your body and at peace with your spirit, and express yourself also, and really show how beautiful you are, how beautiful your temple is. Yes. And let's channel more messages on projects. Oh, love it. Creative spark. You're a creative flow mentor, right? So Bridget, creative spark, this is what you got. Love it because you're a creative flow mentor and this is the card that you got. I don't know if you see it. You can take a screenshot to remember. It will also help me remember if you want a copy later. All right, so creative spark. This is all about um, inspiration and imagination, and connecting with that inner creative spark within you, and making meaningful and beautiful experiences um, for yourself and others, like your promised people, taking advantage of having creative moments, and that's when you are more fruitful. So if you don't make time for your body to create, for you to create your art, it will also hamper, or it will not allow you to be more creative in the other project. So whenever your body and your mind and your hands are um looking forward to create, craving to create, do that. And be playful in doing it. Be playful in doing it. That's the message. Play in creating art in your life, in accessing that inner creative spark within you. And sometimes you get into this moment when you're having a creative slump and you feel like frozen or unable to move in the direction you want to go. Maybe you're unsure of the next step in your life. You can think of anything, like sometimes the great ideas are not there. Remember, okay, remember what it was like when you were a little girl. Connect with that inner child, that inner Christine, who is so creative, who would play with your friends in the playground, or in the forest, park, beach, wherever. Um, or you're just playing and creating things in the sand, or um creating visuals. Um, do be act from that playful curiosity of your inner child, and don't take yourself seriously. Play, okay, play, and free yourself from that burden or that expectation that you've set upon yourself, all the matrix, the standards. It's all standards. There's still that rule follower archetype in you, that maybe you can loosen yourself into the playful rule breaker archetype now. I mean, I'm not saying that it's bad to follow rules. I'm just saying that be more playful, don't take it so seriously. Laugh more, smile more, be more playful, be like a child. Sparkle more. That's how you'll get the flow. And you already know this. Try painting again, my love. Yes. Ali says, Chacha, me a lily billionaire. Yes, billionaire by just being relaxed. I love that. I love that. I'm working on that because I was like saying still millionaire. For me, billionaire is still a bit of a stretch. For you, Ali, you're delusional like that. But for me, billionaire is still a stretch for me. All right. So, Christine, thanks for the beautiful reading and reminding me of what I know deep inside. Yeah, you already know this. Oh, hello. Yvette says, are you reading my mind? Oh, I love you. Hello, Janine. All right. You're welcome, my dear Christine. And Althea next. And then who's next after Althea? Oh, rest. If you think that you should work, no, my love, rest more. Proper rest helps me feel and look my best. So rest pa more, my dear. I know you may be pressured by the standards of the matrix that you should work, but you've done a lot of work lately. So proper rest helps me feel and look my best, my dear. So rest more. That's the general reading for you, my dear Althea. Proper rest. If you want to take a picture. All right. This is for everyone who can resonate. Proper rest helps me feel and look my best. So for you, Yvette, rest more. You'll get the downloads also when you rest. Ooh, for Althea, new beginnings, new beginnings. New beginnings, my love. The sunlight is so strong here, powerful. So, a lot of new beginnings happening for you, my dear. I hope you see the card. Yes. And a lot of new opportunity portals opening for you. Uh New life, like flowers blossoming everywhere in your life right now, and this is the time to celebrate. And yeah, just be open and available and willing to accept and receive the opportunities. And I know that you are treating yourself as that new seedling, right? You're talking about this. Also know that fresh opportunities are coming out of nowhere because of this energy of, oh, I'm a beginner mind, so I'm ready, I'm open for everything that's coming because I'm a beginner and I love this energy. But also know that you are an expert. You don't have to be a beginner and clueless, you know. You're a beginner and a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. So remain open. This is good that you have this beginner's mindset and explorer's mindset. Be open to what life has to offer you and enjoy what's ever coming. This wonderful new time of beginnings, you know, just enjoy everything that the universe has in store for you. Um, and life is for learning to love yourself more and more. We're talking about this in DMs, right? Life is all about learning to love yourself more and more and helping others to love themselves. I have this in my bedside altar. I have come here to learn to love myself more and to share that love with all those around me. Can you see it? But yes, this. I have come here to learn to love myself more and to share that love with all those around me. That's why we are in this world, to learn to share, or to learn to love ourselves more and to share that love to our promised people. Life is for learning, and your alignment task is um to just keep on learning, to just keep on growing, to just keep on evolving, and look at the lessons in your life, look at what's repeating, and you will find that you that everything that you have attracted in your life, that you've experienced, they all have a reason, all has a purpose. And you'll come to understand this as you go evolve and learn more and more, discover yourself more and more. You'll begin to realize, oh, so that's why I I took that job, so to learn for me to learn this lesson so that I can teach this, that I can learn the lesson and the value and give that value to others, you know? So trust that process. Everything has a purpose. Um, Even your disappointments and struggles can turn into miracles. All breakdowns will turn into breakthroughs. You know that. And plant seeds of happiness, hope, success, and love. It will all come back to you in abundance. This is the law of nature. Do you see it? Oh, it's too bright, no? Yeah, it's too bright. But yeah, this is. Wait, I'm trying to. Yeah, it's too bright because the sun. It's the golden hour today. All right, so that's it. Next, Ali. You're not asking, but because you've been sharing your divine insight. Althea says, super love that. I love you. So, ooh, this is for Ali. Home. It's too bright. So being at home, I think this is a recurring message. This is also what I got for Christine earlier, but in another way. Being at home in your own skin, in your own body, in your own experience, when you're being in alignment with your true highest self. Um, Now is the time to really be at home with yourself. I know, it's too bright. Can you take a picture? You know what? I'll turn off my light. There, I turned off my light already. It's still too bright. There, I think this is better. Yes, it's really bright. Ah, sun. Sun is like here. So yes. Also, since we're on the topic of home, okay, I did change. Okay, again. Can you see now? I hope you can see. Oh, Althea says, can I take a screenshot? Of course. What was your card? I forgot. A proper rest, no? Forgot the other one. So just this. This for you. Ah, new beginnings. Yeah. But I already shuffled it. Hold on. Hold on. Just keep on holding on. This. Found it. You know what? I'll just maybe put the curtain. Hold on. Oops. It's still bright, even with my see-through curtain. Anyway, so new beginnings and proper rest helps me feel and look better. Take a screenshot. Again. If you can see, I hope you can see. There, I think this is better. Is this better? It's too bright. There, I think it's better like this. Oh my gosh, it's really bright. I'll turn off the light. It's still bright. Anyway, so that's yeah. That's your card. Okay, let's move on. Let's move forward. Home. So I know. Right. And then I have a new camera. Oh, maybe if I remove my camera. Yeah, I'll check. Okay, hold on. Hold on lang. Okay. Uh wait. No, 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 no. Wait. Uh no, doesn't work. Okay. Okay, let's see. Is this better? No. Oh yeah, it is. It is better. Okay, it is better. Okay, there. That's your card. So sorry. This is your card. Yes, this is yours, Althea. Yay, it's better. All right, I hope you got it. So for you, my dear, Ali. Alice, yes, I love that you're enjoying this moment. I feel many things are going around with you. Okay, this is for you, Ali. Home. So, I'll add more. Cleaning. Cleaning, taking care of your home, tending your house, doing what it needs to be done in your home, and also being at home with yourself. That's the message. Oh, Ali, same. You saw me, I was shuffling. Same. Same for Althea, same for Ali. I picked the same card. I was shuffling as I was speaking. Proper rest helps me feel and look my best. So this is for you, Ali. How do you balance cleaning and resting? Maybe that's everything that you should do now. Just rest and clean. Oh yes, kasambahay talaga. Everyone here, if you have a recommendation for Ali is looking for a house helper, and she pays really well. Like me, I know, like we talked about it. Like, oh, well, that's a good pay. So if you have recommendations, please contact Ali. Help her. So resting and home. So how do you clean your home? I love that download. How do you clean your home while resting? Hiring a helper who can help you clean your home. Oh, that's so good. So taking care of the simple things at home, uh, being at home with yourself, and removing all the clutter at home. That's the message for you. Decluttering, not just in your home, in your mind, at work, your laptop, all the piled up, like maybe bills or emails, all the it's this not just for Ali, for everyone, because I picked this card twice. So proper rest helps me feel and look my best. For Christine, also for everyone here, Andrea, Claudine, Raya, everyone here, Sheena, yes. So if you're surrounded by clutter, Andrea, you're a mom. I know, mom of three. Ali is a mom of two. I know that with kids, you have a lot of clutter at home. So it's time to declutter. Also, if you have objects still in your house that has negative stories attached to it, whether it's a dress or an object from someone, a gift from someone, you don't want that energy anymore. If it doesn't spark joy in you, declutter it. Maybe it's a gift from an ex-partner or someone that you don't really want to um relate with anymore. You don't want to exchange energies anymore. Or maybe there are books that you will never even read. Like for me, I decluttered my space when I sold all my law books, and I had so much deep attachment to them at first, but when I sold all of my books at a very affordable price, I it I experienced so much lightness in me. So not just for me, for everyone here. Um yeah, declutter makes space. This is how we attract more abundance in time and space in our lives. Decluttering. And do the same for your mind, decluttering the mental gunk in our mind, old stories, old limiting beliefs, outdated patterns that have no value for you anymore. And also not just the mind, the physical space, situations and environments and groups, this, you don't belong in them, within them. Groups that you don't belong in, the drill. Get rid of all the gunk, the distractions. Yes, time to focus, and yeah, make space for the miracle that you're manifesting. It takes work, but it's worth it, and that's how you really manifest more magic, more abundance. How amazing it is that this is how your intentions will really manifest like magic if you have so much more space to breathe, room to grow. Yeah. the cleaning kasambahay come to me. Actually, I'm thinking of I will sell it or just donate all. Yes, I did sell some and donated some. So yes, of course, it's faster to donate. You just put in one bag, donate. Yeah. So for me, donate some first and then the next batch you sell. At least you have more space already, right? I donated a lot of clothes as well, especially when I moved to Dubai. But it's so expensive, the clothes, OMG. It's like I have 7 big boxes of my clothes. Then organize them. There's so many ways, right? The carousel in the Philippines, I remember. Yeah. It's really my message. Matigas lang ulo ko. Okay, there. So that's the message. That's how you attract more abundance, more time, more freedom. That's because my message, my question is how can they attract more time, abundance, and freedom in their life? And these are the rest and cleaner and donate the clutter your home. I donate like 5 boxes now. Oh, amazing. Congratulations. All right. Last but not the least, Andrea, and then the rest you can DM me if I wasn't able to do your reading. But yeah, we have to wrap up. It's getting so long. By the way, this is me without the camera. Sometimes it's better without the camera, huh? I have this. I'll show you. I bought this. Chan chan na. And I removed it. I don't know. Sometimes I'll use it, sometimes not. Okay. So, Andrea, my love, you don't have a question, just generic? Okay. The lighting is so beautiful, Ate. I love you. Because of that, I'm going to take a picture of myself. Because you said, okay. Can you give me your hearts? Or, yeah, so pretty. Smile. Yay! Perfect! Okay, this is last but not the least. Last but not the least. And feel free to chat now before we end. Like if you have messages to each other, like you know how Ali told Christine, do painting again, all of these. Yes. If you have messages for each other, I mean, you know, I'm not the only intuitive here. Fell asleep, but she's awake now. Buti na lang last siya. Ah! I love it. No, I saw her giving me hearts earlier, right? So she's awake. Ooh, adaptability. Ah, adaptability. This is a great skill, you know, as a mom, as a learner, adaptability. This is a great power to have, you know, if you want a better life, more prosperous life, more meaningful, more creative life. When you say adaptability, this means adaptability to change. The old familiar you, the one who is used to your comfort zone, that's now invited to change and take a leap of faith and explore new territories. And maybe it's a course or a new collaboration, a new creative project, a new experience. And you ask yourself, what in me, this is not just for Andrea, this is for everyone. Huh? What in me needs to shift so that I can call in this amazing new timeline, amazing new abundance, all the love that I truly deserve, I truly desire? What do I need to become in order to experience the life that I truly desire. And again, connect to that grandest version of you and then be adaptable to change. And that is the message, the goddess oracle guidance. Know that you have all the tools, you have everything you need right now, and people, earth angels, are being thrown your way, are being sent your way. I mean, you have me, you have Ali, you have Althea, your sister rising up with you, you have Christine, you have all your sisters, you have Claudine, all your sisters who are here, and know that you have everything you need right now. You have the support, you have the tools, you have the knowledge, the wisdom, the personal experiences, and you have this power of adaptability to change within you. Rise up with that power. Oh, this is deep. My God, this is deep. And Althea and I were just talking about this. Oh, Ali says, who do you need to adapt that right now? Oh, who? It's another avenue. Who? Take your people with you along the way, and also your relationships, right? Uh, we're talking about this. Althea and I were talking about this, and this is for Andrea, for Althea, for all of us. I celebrate my lineage and honor my ancestors. We are here to heal generational wounds. And how do you do that? You connect with your ancestors. You call on the goddesses before you call on your ancestors before you. Trust the messages that you get. Know that when you're healing yourself, you're healing 7 generations up, 7 generations down. And yeah, know that you're here in this world, we're here in this intimate circle to heal generational wounds. We're high vibe beings now, and it may not be easy all the time, but you can always navigate around it. And as an ending card for Andrea and everyone here, I craft my core desires with certainty and ease. That is how you allow the magic to reveal itself, when you're certain, when you know that you're the creator of your reality. Again, after the Soulful CEO VIP Mastermind, our Goddess Creatrix Empowerment and Embodiment Mastermind. So it's gonna be so exciting. It's about really creating the life of our dreams as the divine feminine goddess empress that we are. And yeah, trust the journey, be open to all the changes, all the bumps in the road that will lead you higher and higher, to rise higher and higher. And yeah, I love this download of mine, later the how. Connect who and why, then later the how. Yes, the how comes later. Once we got the answer, we always ask how without even trying. So the how will definitely come later. I understand that. That's so good. All right. So let me just do the I have a lot to process actually today. I experienced a lot of downloads as well, not just you. So let's just do a closing activation. Um, and I hope that that helped you in your journey. Remember that we are meeting again this Saturday with Ali. Flirting with money. That's about money. So today is more on time, and then Saturday will be about money. Um, it's very powerful when we do this group consciousness amplification. When we practice together, our power multiplies exponentially. And in our Powered Women's Club, we do this timeline shifts monthly. So I have some students who actually are messaging me. They're watching the replay and they're so grateful. Like Tina was messaging me earlier, she was able to manifest a new job opportunity. I'm burping. And she released the expectations and then she manifested a new job opportunity. And she watched the replay, she was activated. So this is good that we are here live, and the other ones who are watching the replay when I send the Zoom recording. Then the Powered Women's Club, they're also activated. And this is why being part of our monthly gatherings is so transformative and so powerful. We're not just learning, we're literally shifting reality together. And as we complete today's transmission, I want to activate a collective timeline shift among all of us. I want you to close your eyes or your eyes open with a soft gaze if you feel called, whatever feels right for you. If you want to close your eyes or not, either way is perfectly fine. I just want you to breathe slowly and deeply, touch your heart, feel yourself to connecting to this present moment. Feel yourself to really feel the present moment. Feel yourself connected with everyone here in this group, in this container. And I want you to see our collective timeline threads interweaving, like we're creating a magnificent web, like a web of cosmic web of love, unconditional love, forgiveness, understanding, encouragement, inspiration, mutual support, and we're all interconnected. Our timelines are connected, interconnected. And together we're choosing the timeline of joy, fulfillment, freedom, fun, effortless manifestation, um, time abundance, money abundance, joy-filled creation, um, mutual success, mutual support, creative projects, collective awakening. As I've mentioned before, freedom, fun, and fulfillment, all interwoven together. Clarity and inner strength, core confidence, and belief, absolute belief and knowing and trust, and this frequency of certainty. You can call in other intentions that you have right now and just feel the positive healing energies being sent your way and receive it. All your manifestations coming into fruition in God's perfect divine timing. As long as you keep the desire, the burning desire, and you keep on doing, taking the inspired action steps, one step at a time, releasing as you exhale, soaking in as much love and light as you're able as you inhale. It is done, it is complete, it is fulfilled, so be it, and so it is. Let's bring our hands together in prayer and gently affirm, I love myself fully, completely, and unconditionally. Let's recite the 5 Reiki principles. Just for today, I'm at peace. Just for today, I trust. Just for today, I'm grateful. Just for today, I work joyfully. I am love, I am love, I am love. And with a smile on your faces, slowly and gently open your eyes. Come back to the present moment. Feel this new timeline shifting, clicking into place. You're now anchored in this new reality, this highest timeline where time serves you instead of you being a servant of time. And miracles are natural for you. Like how can I make time, etc. Thank you for my download activation today. I need this in my experiment. Thank you so much, Andrea. Time serves you, yes. And money also. Money's your lover. Money, it's either money's your bitch or you're a slave to money, right? So, or you can rephrase it in another way. I learned that from another mentor, but I also learned another mentor, money's your lover. And this Saturday, May 17th, we're taking everything you need to learn about money on a deeper level. Okay, I don't want to use the word need, but we will be channeling divine wisdom for you so that you can apply your divine wisdom that you've learned today about timeline shifting, about certainty, about ease, flow, and apply it to money. So come join me and Eliza for a Flirting with Money workshop. We'll teach you how to access your wealthy parallel self already or already exists. We'll use candle magic to open abundance portals. Eliza is leading the ritual so that we can also shift from desperately chasing money, needing money, to magnetically attracting it with flow and ease and grace, and functioning and believing in the law of giving and receiving. We'll also create your money affirmations that actually work for you, and we will end powerfully with the group abundance ceremony declarations. And remember what you learned today. There's a version of you in a parallel timeline who is already wealthy beyond your dreams. She's not in some distant future. She exists right now. And so on Saturday, we'll show you exactly how to quantum jump into that reality. When you understand time bending and then money magnetism together, you become unstoppable, and you'll discover why flirting with money works better than chasing it. Just like you learned today that working with time works better than fighting against it, you flow with time. So in on Saturday, it's about flowing with money, flirting with money. Uh, bring your candle, green candle, come with your open heart. And again, this is exclusive for Empowered Women's Club. You can invite your friends. It's pay what feels good. It's whatever amount it feels right for you for lifetime of coaching support, because we believe that abundance should be accessible to everyone. So if you want to enjoy want your friends to enjoy the experience, please refer them to us, and we'll send you or send them the sign up link. Again, the link, it's bit.ly/I am empowered. Know that you are a multidimensional being. You have access to all timelines. You're infinitely powerful. You're eternally loved. You're forever loved. And you're already activated right now. Your new timeline begins now. And you're becoming stronger and stronger. Thank you for joining me today in today's Goddess Oracle Guidance and Magnetizing Masterclass. I'll do my best to keep the next masterclasses a bit shorter. Um, and yeah, we meet every second Wednesday of the month for these sacred gatherings. Mark your calendars for June 11th. And this Friday, we also have our Soulful CEO VIP Mastermind. And again, this Saturday will be Money Flirting Magic. And yeah, keep practicing these techniques, share your experiences. Oh, before Saturday, we need your full name and birthday. Saturday is 11 a.m. Is that okay for you? 3 p.m. Manila time. That's 11 a.m. my time. Yes, I hope that's okay for you. And then please, uh, you can share your full, or you can send this message, Ali, to the WhatsApp group for them to share their full name and birthday. I also have some of the ones who registered in the form. I have their details. But I'm not sure if they wrote their full name there. But yeah, if you can type in the chat your full name and birthday, and Ali will include your full name and birthday in the ritual that she will be hosting, facilitating for all of us. And yeah, share your experiences in our Powered Women's Club community. I would also appreciate it if you send me a review on my Facebook page. I would really, really appreciate it if you can send me your love. You know, it also helps me attract um uh more vibrant souls. I'm looking for the link. That's why I'm like lagging. Like you, if you can write me a review, I would really, really appreciate it. I'm typing it here. You can write on Facebook or LinkedIn. And I'll see you this Friday for Soulful CEO VIP Mastermind, 3 p.m. Manila time, and Saturday, 3 p.m. Manila time as well, or 11 a.m. Dubai time, or 5 p.m. Melbourne time. And what else? Yeah. Ask questions anytime. We're always here to support your journey. We have the WhatsApp group, we have the Facebook group. I hope you're all part of the Facebook group already. Go forth and multiply and bend time, share the knowledge that you have today, magnetize more money, time, freedom. You have the knowledge. When knowledge is applied, it becomes wisdom. You have the power, you are the magic. And please share your deepest desire, DM me. We'll offer this to my ritual this 17. I love you all. Yes, I love that. Would you love to share anything? Ali, would you like to share with them? That's it. Would you like to speak and share and invite? Or you can just chat in the um WhatsApp group. Yes. All right. Would you like? And again, to all those who want to join the Goddess Oracle Guidance, please join Empowered Women's Club. This is the link to join, and I will be sharing with you your personal oracle guidance once you have joined. This is the form. All right. Thank you so much, Andy, Janine. Please join us and I'll send you your oracle guidance. I'm good, just be ready. Yay! All right. Is it okay if I ask for a picture? If you can. If not, it's also good. Oh, yay! There, I love you. I love it. Smile. It's so beautiful. One more. What's that? You're so beautiful and sexy. Just you're so the same. Smile. Yay! Love you. See you on Friday and Saturday. Love you, Ali. So beautiful. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, everyone. And have a good night.